Yeah, it's our time to shine. Show that's the kind of state of mind you gotta combine with hard work and time. You gotta climb to the top. Don't let yourself drop till your heart stops. Let this beat rock. Got a new clock and a new stock for this new rock. Just let your mind loose from the new stock. Drunk off the goose, thinking that I'm too pop. Getting caught with a few thoughts cause I'm too lost. Off the speakers can't even handle me. Give it what I got, nobody's gonna drain my energy. And I will never stop, I'm motivated by enemies. Setting up shop so everybody remember me. And no, I am not going through life regretfully. I'd rather work non-stop, what they call incessantly, than work some odd job just to live life pleasantly. Already got lost in my mind, not a fantasy, I'm getting ill. Gotten soul, so stop, drop, and roll. You lost all control and pop off your ball. I got squat, I fall, I'm not bought, I'm sold. My stock rocks, it's gold. Hey, knock, knock, she home. It's shit, talk to close. I ain't stopping though, it's hip-hop, you know. Or is it rock and roll? I'm not dropping down, no, my pocket's grown. You can't stop the show, so get rockin' on. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't never. So let me break.
What's going on, everybody? RA, your pro wrestling nerd here, along with Big Johnny,
Lil J,
and Lil J. And these are our predictions for WrestleMania 39. Alright. First off, we are going with the Andre the Giant Battle Royal on Friday Night SmackDown, which is going to be worth 2 points if you guess the winner correctly. We're going to start Big Johnny. Who do you got and why?
Well, I think it's going to be Bobby Lashley because, I mean, this is time. I mean, you know, he should win it. I mean, he's the biggest thing in there, so.
Alright, next up, Lil J. Who do you got and why?
Bobby Lashley was a good pick, but I'm going with LA Knight. Because we all know Bobby Lashley, but it'd be a real surprise if LA Knight won. And it would really help his momentum that it really needs.
Now, I am also going with LA Knight, but for the reason that I think they're going to try to some way still salvage the Bobby Lashley-Bray Wyatt match. If not for Mania, maybe WrestleMania Backlash when Bray Wyatt gets better. So they'll probably maybe have some kind of shenanigans that cost Bobby Lashley to lose that match, being the obvious pick. So the second obvious pick is probably LA Knight. Seemingly they want to give him a push after Mania is the... Next up, we are going to have Rey and Dominic Mysterio, the official match put on from last night. Lil J, who do you got and why?
I have to go Rey. Like I said, it could go either way. Like I'm really not sure on that one.
Big Johnny, who do you got and why?
Well, I'm going for Ray because it's time for Dominic to get his ass handed to him.
Surprise, he goes for the mark out baby face. I am going with Dominic Mysterio because I feel Ray is going to want to put his son over. And with the Hall of Fame coming up, it's probably going to be Ray's last chance to do so. He's coming up, probably retiring soon, so he's definitely going to want to put his son over. So I think Dom's going to win.
Yeah, so probably pass the torch.
Next up, we're going to go with the United States title, Austin Theory versus John Cena. I'm going to go first. I'm going with Theory because I don't think they're going to want to put a part-time belt on a part-timer like John Cena. And I think Cena's there just like Dom, is to give the rub to a younger superstar. All right, Big Johnny, who do you got and why?
Actually, I'm going to agree with you, and I'm going with Theory because, especially...
You're not going with the mark out baby face like you always do?
No, I'm not actually going to, because I can't stand Cena, so I'm not going to go with Cena. I'm going with Theory.
Alright, next up, we're going with the Hell in the Cell match. Finn Balor versus Edge. Lil J, who do you got and why?
But I have to go with Edge. Because everybody hates the Judgment Day. Everybody just
I love the Judgment Day. Judgment Day's great.
I do too.
Love the Judgment Day.
People they just want to see Anybody that's part of a group that's an asshole, just get their ass whooped.
Well, I'm going with Finn Balor for the pure reason that I love me some Finn Balor. And it's going to be probably, you're going to see this a theme from me for a lot of these matches tonight. It's older stars putting over younger stars for the most part. There might be some differentials for the most part. I feel this WrestleMania is going to be older stars giving the rub and giving the nod to the younger stars, which is what we've got going on here. So I'm going with Finn Balor. Big Johnny, who do you got and why?
I mean, I'm going with the older star. I'm going with Edge.
Going out with the babyface mark again.
I mean, it's Edge has got a good record in Hell in a Cell, and I mean, he's only lost one time in Hell in a Cell. So I don't see Finn beating Edge in Hell in a Cell.
But in that same respect, Finn's supposed to be coming back as the Demon, and he's only lost one time as the Demon. All right, next up, we're going with one of the showcase matches, the Fatal 4-Way Women's match with Liv and Raquel, Shotzi and Natalya, Ronda and Shayna, and we still don't know who the fourth one is, but, I mean, if you have an idea, you can pick them. Lil J, who do you got and why?
To be honest, I don't think any of those three is going to win. I think it's going to be the other team's going to be announced.
All right, so you're going with the mystery team, which I don't know when they're going to announce it. It's probably going to be Chelsea Green and Carmella. That would be my guess, but I don't know. I mean, it can be anyone. It could be Chelsea Green and Natalya. They could do a swerve and have it be a mystery all the way to WrestleMania, and the Iconics show up.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, with it being a mystery as of right now, just because they have not announced it, doesn't mean they won't announce it on Raw or SmackDown, or they might just keep it a mystery until WrestleMania. Unfortunately, that this being a week out of WrestleMania, that's the one match they still haven't completely announced. So you're going to go with the mystery opponent? That we don't? Okay. Big Johnny, who do you got and why?
I'm going with Liv and Raquel.
Mark out babyface, of course. Is that you're just going to be your reason because you're the mark out babyface guy?
Because they're both hot, so I'll be
Yeah, because hot has a lot to do with your in-ring capacity. They're definitely not going to win because I'm going with Ronda and Shayna because I feel they're going to say whoever wins this match and probably the other Fatal 4-Way match is going to get tag title shots. And the plan lately has been to try to get the titles on Shayna and Ronda. So this would be a great way to get them into a title match. Brock Lesnar and Omos. Big Johnny, who do you got and why?
Man, this was actually a tough one for me because, I mean, for one, Omos is, I mean, you know what? I hate to say this, but I'm going with Lesnar.
Gonna go Brock?
Yeah, I'm going with Brock.
For any particular reason? Besides, he seems to be the mark out babyface in this match.
I'm just going with Brock.
Gonna go with Brock. All right. Like I said, there's a theme going here. I'm going with Omos because there's reports that Brock's on his way out again, and I think he's doing this match to give the rub to Omos. So I'm going with Omos. Lil J, who do you got and why?
Like you said, I'm going to choose Omos. I think Omos is going to win because I think it's time for, like, new stars to be created. Like, we've seen Omos but not really do anything. And I think this match could really give him momentum.
Next up, we're going to go with the Raw Women's Championship. Bianca Belair versus Asuka. Big Johnny, who do you got and why?
No, I'm going with Asuka on this one. Nobody can handle Asuka.
No one's ready for Asuka. He's going with his the old mark out baby face and stuff. You know this is sad, right? Lil J, who do you got and why?
I'm gonna go with Bianca Belair. At the moment, it looks like it don't seem like she's gonna be losing anytime soon. She's been doing great so far. I haven't seen nobody really come up to her. Like maybe Charlotte could take it off her, but at the moment she's off doing something else.
Yeah, she's the women's champion on SmackDown.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, I think it's just Bianca because I think Bianca can handle Asuka.
I'm gonna go with Asuka, but not because it's the mark out babyface move like Big Johnny does. It's because of the reason you said, Lil J. She has had that title for a long, long time, and I think it's time to take it off her. And I think Asuka's the person to do it. Next up, we're going to go with the 6-woman match of Damage Control and the tag team champions of Becky and Lita with Trish Stratus. Lil J, who do you got and why?
Damage Control. I think it's their time to shine because Trish and Lita, they done past whatever they done. Now it's time for new women to make more history.
Big Johnny, who do you have and why?
I'm going with Trish, Lita, and Becky.
Because it's the mark out babyface move?
Yes, and
Yeah. At least he's starting to admit it. He's a mark out babyface.
and they have the most beautiful people ever.
Because beauty equals in-ring talent, huh?
Well, and they also have the 7-time WWE Women's Champion, so and nobody's beating it, so.
I mean, I guess you can call this my mark out babyface move, but I never go against Becky Lynch, so I'm going Trish, and Lita because, not because of beauty or anything like that, because Johnny's so vain, just because I think this is one where the older women take it, and also, little known fact, Lita's never won at WrestleMania. I think this is one to give Lita her WrestleMania victory. Let's go with the SmackDown Women's Championship of Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair. And I'm going to go with Rhea. Because pure fact is, if they have her lose to Charlotte again, it will straightly kill anything she'll ever do in the future. I mean, it's pretty much a death sentence to her career if she keeps losing to Charlotte like that. So I think this time she has to go over Charlotte, and that's what I'm picking. So, Big Johnny, who do you got and why?
I said that I'm going for Rhea also. Like you said, I mean, because she's already lost to her one time over for a title match. And like you said, it might kill her career if she hasn't had Charlotte over, so I'm going for Rhea.
Little J, who do you got and why?
I'm also going for Rhea.
Clean
I
sweep
think
on.
this is her redemption for if she wins this match, it's like redemption for Charlotte taking the NXT title off of Rhea. So this is her moment for redemption.
I'm saying, and she also took the Raw Women's title off her. It wasn't at a WrestleMania, but what was it, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
When she's the one who took the Raw Women's title off of that. So like I said, Charlotte has always had the upper hand in this long-term feud, and I think it's time for Rhea to get her come up. Next up, we're going to go with the men's Fatal 4-Way of the Street Profits, Braun and Ricochet, the Alpha Academy, and the Viking Raiders. Little J, who do you got and why?
I'll probably have to go Braun and Ricochet. They've been doing pretty, it looks like a mismatch, but they're actually doing pretty good as a team at the moment. It might be the Vikings, but I'm gonna go with Braun and Ricochet just because I just think so. I'm gonna be honest, I really don't know. So that's that.
All right, Big Johnny, who do you got and why?
That's a tough one. I'm going with Lil J. I'm thinking Braun and Ricochet on this one.
I'm actually going to go against you, and it's going to pain me to say this, because y'all know how bad I hate these two. You know how bad I hate them. But I'm going with the Street Profits, because, like I said, I think they're going to eventually announce, if not during Mania or the lead up to Mania, the day after Mania, the winners of these Fatal 4-Ways get tag team title matches, and I think out of all 4 of these, it's the Street Profits that are going to be the one to benefit from getting the tag matches, especially if they're talking about wanting to split them up and they go after the tag titles and don't get them. It might cause that rift. Next up, we're going with the tag team title matches, speaking of tag team titles, of Kevin Owens and the Usos. Big Johnny, who do you got and why?
I'm sticking with the Usos.
You're going to stick with the Usos?
Yes, because...
Because you're tired of us calling you a mark-out babyface?
No, it ain't that. It's just that I don't think nobody, they've been down since day one, so I don't think, nobody's going to take that belt away from the Usos.
I am going to do the mark-out babyface move and go with Kevin and Sammy because, honestly, if they don't have Sammy win at WrestleMania, that place might riot. That place could possibly riot. And also, they're doing a really good job of ending the bloodline, ending the bloodline story. So I think they need to take the titles off of them. These long reigns need to end, and I think this is it. So I'm going with Sammy and Kevin. Lil J, who do you got and why?
Okay, Kevin and Sammy's winning, I think, because... Yeah, I just think because the connection between Jay and Sammy was pretty good, but I don't know what's happened. Damn. Yeah, I really don't got explanation.
I mean, it's fine. I mean, you got to make a pick. If you really can't do it, you just got to go with your gut. That's what you're going to say. Hey, I'm going with my gut. Next up, the Intercontinental title triple threat between Gunther, Sheamus, and Drew McIntyre. I am going with Sheamus. This is a long story of him trying to get this IC title, the one title he hasn't had. Again, Gunther's had a long reign. It's time to stop these long reigns. So I'm going with Sheamus. Lil J, who do you got and why?
I've been having a tough time to pick between Sheamus and Gunther. Like, I know Drew's in the picture, but I think he's just there. I don't know. I just think he's just there. So I think the only really good choice is either Gunther or Sheamus. Sheamus would be a good pick, like you said. You gave the perfect explanation. But I'll have to go with Gunther. I think he's doing pretty good with his reign right now. I think he can go longer if he wants it to.
Mm-hmm. Big Johnny, who do you have and why?
I'm going with you, and I'm going to go with Sheamus because it's time for him to get the Intercontinental title and him become a Grand Slam champion.
Next up, we're going to have the match between Logan Paul and Seth frickin' Rollins. Lil J, who do you got and why?
Rollins. Because he's Rollins, he's an oddball.
He's Rollins and he's an oddball. All right, I mean, I guess that'll work. Big Johnny, who do you got and why?
I'm sticking with Reigns. Not Reigns, but Rollins.
He's trying to reunite the Shield.
No, I'm sticking with Rollins. Because Rollins is going to beat Paul, and that's just that.
I'm going with Rollins for the pure reason that Seth keeps losing pay-per-view matches. I mean, I guess it's the mark-out babyface move like Big Johnny likes to do, but I don't see them having this being a legit thing for Logan Paul unless like the Miz gets involved or something, which is out there, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think Rollins goes in for the victory. We have got the main event for the undisputed World Universal Heavyweight title of Japan and whatever the hell it's called, however they call it. But for the two belts, we have the champ, the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, versus the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Big Johnny, who do you got and why?
I'm going for Cody.
Because it's the babyface mark-out move.
No, and also, he's going to do something his father wasn't able to do. It's win the WWE title. So, I think it's going to be Cody.
All right.
Also, he's going to do something his father wasn't able to do. It's going to WWE title. So I think it's going to be Cody.
Lil J, who do you got and why?
I think it's Cody too, to be honest. Because I think it's about that time for the bloodline to end at the moment. And I know there's going to be eruption soon. Like, there's been a crack so far with Jey Uso. He's been putting little cracks into it with where his loyalty lies. I know he went back to his brother, but you know how Jey is. He's iffy.
I also am going for Cody for the pure reason of, like I said, the bloodline needs to end. These long title reigns needs to end. There's no longer title reign in a long, long time than what Roman's done. It's starting to get stale. He really doesn't have very many challengers left. Unless, Kenny comes in, but that's not going to be probably till the end of the year. So, and they can easily do a Kenny-Cody feud easily. That's history and a lot of easiness there. So, I'm going with Cody for the pure reason. And there's also rumors that Roman's taking time away after Mania. So, they can't...
So, SummerSlam, I heard.
Yeah, from Mania to SummerSlam, which will set up a rematch between him and Cody then. So, I'm going with Cody because, like I said, it's time for a change. I keep hearing that this WrestleMania is going to change everything because it's the first one under Triple H, and he actually gets to end all the Vince McMahon storylines and stuff he's done, and he can start on Monday with his fresh new vision where it's going to be pretty much totally him. So, with that, I think he goes with Cody also. So, clean sweep on Cody on that one. Again, punishment. I'll put it out there now. The loser has to get, if it's me or Big Johnny, has to get in our wrestling gear, get on the side of the road with a big sign that says, "I love sweaty men, please honk," for like 30, 45 minutes, and dance around while it's being recorded. And if it's Lil J, since he doesn't have gear, we're going to put him in a dress or something and do the same thing. Unless he wants to find some gear, like some spandex to get himself into. Or he can find a dress or something to get into. And like I said, since you guys live up north and I have to run up there to make you do it, it will be way, way, way worse. I will start dragging you into stores and making you dance in the stores until they make you leave. So that is our predictions for WrestleMania 39. Please check back to see who loses. Who is getting humiliated? I checked Big Johnny. The mark out baby face because it never works out. But thanks again. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button, and come back here for all your fun wrestling content.
Break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't never. So let me break it all down for you.